Don't
Here
be,
we
you're
go.
fine.
Take a deep breath. It's all you. Let's hear your story.
Fantastic. Well, I'm glad we're all back. My name's Audrey Fisher. I'm from Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. Married and a mom of two boys. My oldest, Davis, is 24, and my son, Cole, is 20. Hard to believe I have kids that old. I have been taking Juice Plus since February of 2017, when a friend of mine reached out to me on a whim. And I probably said yes faster to her than she even probably expected. She reached out to me at the perfect time. I knew that I needed this product in my life. She reached out to me when I was finding myself surrounded by sickness and witnessing so many people suffering from long-term illnesses that it really made me reevaluate what healthy is. At the time, I had been taking my mom to the doctors for IV antibiotics twice a day, because at the time her stomach couldn't handle taking oral medication. Her gut was so unhealthy that she couldn't even take the medication she needed to get healthy. And that was a huge eye opener for me. My mom was a nurse, very educated in nutrition, and she knew how to take care of herself. And I couldn't believe that this was happening. So that day when I was sitting in the doctor's office with her, I made the decision to make a change for my future and my family future and how we were going to live a healthy lifestyle. I was very focused on the time about calories, counting carbs, reducing sugar, all which are very important. But I also learned that's only one piece of your health. And the other piece is healing from the inside out. The product made complete sense to me when it was introduced to me for all of those reasons, because it offered me the nutrition that I wasn't getting from my everyday diet. And with the Juice Plus company and following our Shred 10 program, and then all the healthy living Facebook pages that Juice Plus has, all the recordings, the educational, calls that we do really helped me learn what I needed to do, what changes I needed to make. So the outside came along with healing the inside. So for me, I absolutely love knowing that each day, no matter how crazy my life gets, my family's covered. They're getting the nutrition that they need and the protection that they need in a way they don't even understand. My entire family takes Juice Plus, and each one of us has our own success story. I'll share with you Cole, my 20-year-old. He was 16, maybe 16 at the time when he started taking Juice Plus. So 16 for a boy, cute, and he had a little eczema spot right on his cheek, which for him was, the end of the world. Couldn't believe it. How am I going to go to school with this? It's so embarrassing. So, after a few months of being on his Juice Plus, his eczema went away. And everybody has different results based on your body and what your body needs. But for him, that was a game changer. So he no longer sees his dermatologist, and he's thrilled about that. He is a basketball player, and he's, played high school basketball. He's in college now, and he personally has voiced so many times over the past 4 years how he sees a difference in his body through his performance in sports and his recovery. He, during tryouts, trainings, how he can outlast his teammates. He doesn't suffer the same muscle soreness that his teammates have. He's not pulling muscles and having strains. His body is just recovering quicker. And he's not taking Motrin and Advil. He's taking extra Juice Plus to handle any inflammation or soreness that he might have. So that was really big for him. And it was really exciting for me as a mom to hear my child talking about that and understanding what the Juice Plus is doing in his body. That was one of the hugest rewards right there, because the education that he's learned about this nutrition has been fantastic. When he was younger, every February vacation and every Halloween, he would get sick. He would be on antibiotics, followed by an inhaler and steroid medications, like clockwork. And it was actually a girlfriend who noticed that that wasn't happening anymore. Like I didn't, which sounds terrible. I'm like, he was just not sick anymore. And that hasn't happened since 2017, which is fantastic. So we found we're only going to the doctors for well visits. We started saving money on that. We don't have a medicine cabinet full of inhalers and steroid medications anymore. So those are really big game changers. For me, I noticed I wasn't having that 3 o'clock energy dip. My energy level was consistent. I was sleeping more soundly, not waking up exhausted. And the nice thing was I had several people commenting to me on my skin, my hair, and how great I looked. And more importantly, I felt great. I felt fantastic. And it took me a little while to realize that. And sometimes my customers will say to me, I don't really feel a difference. And I'm like, and I'll remind them of all those things that you're so busy in your everyday life that you may not notice. You may not have the eczema spot that goes away or the skin rash, but your body is doing so many other things based on what your body needs. So I'm also a sales coordinator with the Juice Plus company, and I absolutely love it. I started sharing Juice Plus right away for 2 reasons. The week after I started taking the product, I talked to my friend Jen and said, I think I'd like to sell this. She said, you would? I said, yep, great, let's go. And she was fantastic, which is another thing that's great with the Juice Plus company. We have a huge support system to help you get started. I started my business for 2 reasons. One was financial, and one was because I knew so deeply that more people needed this in their lives and they didn't even know it yet. A week after my friend had reached out to me, my husband was let go from his job after 16 years with no severance package. So we instantly were a 1-income family with all the same expenses. And that was another eye opener for me, because although we were financially sound, I wasn't prepared for the unexpected. So I'm sure there are many of you who work a full-time job in corporate, and you probably work more hours than your 9 to 5. I know I am, and I'm reaching my ceiling of how far I can go with my company. So for me, my Juice Plus business is my plan B, with the makings of being my plan A. I'm transitioning to work myself, establishing residual income, trying to have more time and flexibility to do what interests me and have more time with my family, trying to make that switch out of corporate into a life where I can live healthy, have time, freedom, flexibility, and be financially sound and be in control of my own finances. Unlike my husband, where he was working at a company and got let go and things turned upside down. So the nice thing, or I should say the beauty of my Juice Plus business, is that I weave it in and around my full-time job, around my kids' activities, and I can do it on the go. I have small increments of time, but I'm consistently using them. Being able to build my Juice Plus business from my smartphone and not being locked to a computer or a desk to have to do it makes everything all possible. 15-minute chunks of time, 30 minutes a day from any location at any time. It really is a dream career. I'm so thankful to my friend for being brave enough to reach out to me and tell me about Juice Plus, and for the business opportunity that was available to me. It's been an absolute game changer for my family. So thank you so much for having me on the call and allowing me to share my story. And I hope that it helps someone on the line here. Maybe you have a connection, or this possibility is something that you need in your own life. I would definitely reach out to the person who invited you, because it's been, a real blessing for us.
Great job, Audrey. So Carol, I know you wanted to bring it to me and then I will share it back to you. So I'm just going to close it out quickly. The reason I got into this, I had no intention of this nutrition doing anything for my family. What I didn't say was we reversed all our chronic disease, no more eczema, molluscum, no more IBS, no more seasonal allergies, no more antibiotics, no more sick days, only well checks for a family of 5 in the last 10 years. Half the time of recovery for injuries for athletes, performance, and the financial aspect that I mentioned about covering my daughter's riding. She's achieved her dream and she's riding Division I at the University of Tennessee, UT Martin. So this business allowed my family to achieve a dream for one of my family members. My family watched this happen, and now they know it's an opportunity for them and for all of you as well. So handing it over to you, Carol. Thanks for having us tonight.
Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you so much. Amazing stories. My apologies. We had a little glitch in the middle there. We got it back up and rolling. We are here every Thursday night, except next Thursday, we have conference, you guys. So I'm sure that some of you are going to conference, some of you are going to be watching conference online, but we will resume our story time on October 28th. Thank you guys for sharing your stories and being with us tonight. We'll see you on the 28th.